Hey there, lovely people. I wanted to do with this video was to share what's really happening energetically with the cycles that we're seeing with nature and how that relates to us physically, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually. And there's so many layers with this. And I could talk for ages for it, so it'll probably be another video or what that's about. But the real snapshot of it right now is about balance. So we've just come past this autumn equinox as we're shifting into the sort of more shorter days, more the darker aspect of nature, into our light, which is our feminine energy, and that's whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter. It's not gender related. It's our feminine hidden aspects of ourselves, our hidden strengths, our resilience, our sacral energy of what we desire and what we wish to create. So if you watch nature, it's showing us in its complete vibrancy of the beauty of being able to let go. So we see these amazing vibrant reds and oranges, which again is the base chakra, and the orange for the sacral chakra, which is the feminine energy. Very vibrant, and it's coming into that wonderful showing of what we can do when we let go. And we've been quite probably throughout the summer, this is the northern hemisphere, when you're in the sort of spring, summer, you're a lot of in your masculine energy of the doing, the pushing, the drive, the getting things done. All that work has been done, and now we've got this autumn, which is harvesting. We are reaping the benefits, the abundance of what we have created. And then it's again, as the trees start to let go, not only are they letting go of the leaves, they're letting go of their seeds as well. So the oak tree, the acorns, letting go to plant what it wishes to grow forwards into spring in the next sort of generations and light. So we have to be able to see is, what can we take from that? What can we let go of that gives us more balance in our life? And we are so conditioned to be in this hard graft, must work hard, must push ourselves, this real beat of the masculine energy, and old beliefs actually, to think that we have to work really hard to deserve or to have that worthiness of receiving, which is again another aspect of the feminine, to be allowed to receive, to absorb that aspect. So we need to really have, we're actually very energetically as well, not just autumn, but we're on this massive crossroads where we have a choice, and we often think we don't have choice, and that's when we feel quite disempowered, and then we just have to put our heads down and accept, especially with a lot of all the fear that is getting bombarded at us, that there's no such thing as abundance, that there's scarcity, and that we have to really tuck ourselves in, put head down, and come into real fear-based part of ourselves, which, if you think what that does, that curls us right in and doesn't enable us to look up and to see things for what they are. So it's actually, do I choose continue to my actions and thought processes to be of fear, or the hard graft, mundane aspect of life, or do I want more joy? And again, am I worthy of joy, which is a whole nother level. So I could talk for quite some time here. And it's kind of like, as we're coming deeper into our feminine, we are starting to come deep within ourselves, to have given that space to really understand what is going on behind our thoughts, our actions, our beliefs, our patterns. We can really start to break free if we decide to. We can choose to. Sometimes health and life will push us in that direction, especially if we've been ignoring it for some time, because we can't just put our head in the sand with things. So the body won't let us do that. We'll just become ill. So actually, we have to look at what we're holding on to that doesn't serve us, that creates disconnection, that doesn't allow the body to understand, okay, this part of me needs healing. It's all about connection and the body working as whole. So we are really at this point now to understand ourselves, what we're holding on to, and it will feel like our whole world could be falling apart, especially if we're in fear-based, when we're feeling certainly overwhelmed, when we're trying to continue the masculine do energy, which has become a pattern. It can be a pattern of connected to a whole load of adrenals. It's like a cortisol addiction, that we keep recreating those patterns of stress because we need it. I certainly have done that, and I've got caught, close to adrenal fatigue. So, and underneath that was trauma. So that was another aspect of helping me to heal. So this is really now about a time of choosing what serves you joy, what serves you purpose. What are you holding on to that blocks your joy and purpose? And purpose is on a whole new level, just brings you joy. When you do something that lights you up, that you're just so empowered and you feel great, and it will be about sharing what you do. It'll be about giving in some way that gives you contentment, and that's where we have this massive beautiful balance of giving and receiving. However, we can get quite blocked in we give too much but don't allow ourselves to receive, which gives us depletion and energy levels, and that becomes ill, fatigued, etc. So really look upon nature to see, okay, what can I give myself through choice more balance in my life? Do I want to continue fear-based, or do I want more love-based in my life? And as we're seeing this with nature, and it's coming into our lung aspect of our bodies and the emotional and energetic aspects of that, this relates to our heart chakra and the air element. So what oxygen we take in, what CO2 we let go, what the balance, the pH balance, it's all about this. It also relates to our large intestines, which is about what we absorb, vitamin D, vitamin K that we all need, especially through the winter, where we can become depleted of, and also the ability to let go of those toxins. Also comes to our skin, which is again what we absorb. What toxins are we allowing in? What do we sweat? What do we let go? The vitamin D comes through our body as well, the light. So we are really at, like, what can I let go of, which can be quite painful. It can be relationships. It can be toxic relationships, not just our environment that we put with products and food, and it can also be, what relationships that we've got. Is there grief that we have to go through the process? That's about surrendering and letting go. Yet grief and the letting go aspect creates a space of the new to come through, and we don't want to block this grief. We have to really own it and understand, and hold space for it, hold space for our emotions as well. And it can also be the grief of what we haven't had. It might be relationships that we would have liked more from. And it's grief of what that didn't provide for you. And, when we come into lung energy, this is about our relationships with parents, and especially with the male. So this can be about, what was it that, relationships with our male aspects, is there something else what is it we didn't get? And actually what we can do now is actually gift that to ourselves. We can actually go, well, I didn't have respect, I didn't have love, I wasn't parented very well, or wasn't feeling safe, whatever it is. You can now go, I give that to me. I have this wonderful gift through choice, and I will let myself receive that because I'm so worthy of that. Bring it on. I'm going to take this in. So, we can empower ourselves in so many ways, and But the snapshot really is our thoughts, our perception, what we wish for, what we desire. And the air element of that and our thoughts, they can change so much. Our air, think about winter, and all of a sudden it could be a lovely gentle breeze, exceptionally, not say winter but autumn, the gentle breeze that we might have, which is feeling right nice quite now. But it can turn really, you're right there, Jess, that's my pooch just spooking. It can turn really sort of violently at times. And we can, if you think of storms and they go into this spiral aspect, we can, if you think what's happening with our heads when we go into that vortex of fear or overload of emotions that we're not holding on to, or we're not letting go of, we can send ourselves off into a spin, and that's overwhelming, that's stress, and again it's discoherence for the body, and that's when we become unhealthy. So it's being mindful of your thoughts, being mindful of especially the exposure now with not just our environment but our mental environment too, with the press. Be really mindful of what is being pushed there all the time, and seek within you to go, actually, what is my truth, rather than just being stuck in fear and closing in with yourself, which is like that whole hibernation aspect going on, but tucking into a ball, which is a bit of avoidance. So come into that with yourself and go, what is my real truth, what feels good? And your heart will be your guidance there. That's your navigational tool. Your heart has neurons the same as our mind of conscious thought. Our heart isn't just a pump, it's something so much more powerful than that. And again, we're in this heart chakra perspective with the lungs and the heart and the expansion, and allowing that to grow, allowing yourself to receive more. So I could go on, this is brilliant, I just love this. So but I'm conscious that you just might want some snapshots really here. Don't know why I put my posh voice on, but hey ho. But choose your choice. Everything is your choice. Now you have a choice. You can choose what you want. You can choose what you absorb yourself to. You can choose what you want to let go of. You are at a crossroads to decide, what do I want? What do I desire in life? Do I want the hard graft of life, or do I want more joy? Do I want more purpose? Do I want to live more in that elevated sense of self? And what is, and if that is your choice, what are you going to do it get there? What stuff is hiding, lurking deep within that blocks you from that? And now's the time to really get into there. Don't be scared of it. Connect to it, because it's ready to let go. And this is something that I am doing daily for myself. So when things come up, go, okay, where's that triggered thought come from? That wasn't positive, that wasn't love-based. What can I heal from that? And it's just these little aspects that if we work on a daily basis, we can start to unpeel those layers in a much more ease and graceful way, rather than whack smack in the head. That really hurts. So just give yourself space, give yourself some care, give yourself a chance to really evaluate what you want. And if you need help with this, then I can do this with my treatments, to really understand what the body is showing up, because the body will always tell us what we're hanging on to that we don't want anymore. It's like a massive reflection, it's a mirror of our mind. So and it's where it's become stagnant and disconnected, and then that creates this disconnection, is actual the same neural pathways as pain. So it could be how we become emotionally detached, disconnected, which we do because of trauma and everything else. So, and stress. So be with that. Know that this is a process, that healing is a process to heal, to have more joy. And when things feel tough, don't think that's your truth. Just show that it's actually an opportunity to heal, which is the shift of perception. That's the miracle. So I shall leave you on that note, but remember, it's your choice. choose what gives you joy, and just be mindful of your thoughts. And if you need help, like I say, speak with me. So lots of love. I think another video will be coming on about those real deep physical aspects of what's going on as well, but for now, work with that one. Okay, lots of love, people. Take care. You're never alone in any of this, so don't ever think when you're going through SHIT that you're on your own. You're really not. We're all going through it. A lot of the times we just pretend it, just to try and look like we've all got it, but we're all just winging it, let's face it. So lots of love. Take care. See you soon.